had did an outline, you know, just a sketch of reshaping neighborhood watch. I think that's an old stigma, right? So I created another name for it, where people from the trauma response team will go around to these specific community meetings with the police. Because see, one thing we know and understand that, and I hate to say it and be so blunt, we don't live in a community. Anytime somebody could shoot from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. with no regard to human life, that's not a community. Like, we use that term loosely. You know, community means common unity, which would denote one consciousness, one synthesized consciousness. We have so many gaps in the consciousness in our community. This is where these so-called thugs hide at, in those gaps. So, you know, in saying all of that, we don't really live in a community. So we have to reshape, go around, because people don't know how policing is supposed to work. We feel like, because we've been under pressure for so long, that police is public enemy #1. But Helen will tell you, the chief will tell you, we make no qualms that the police should be secondary. Men are supposed to police their own communities first and foremost. Then if I have an issue that get too big for me, then I could reach out to the chief or some officers I know, and not out of fear. I just don't want to kill nobody's kid, because at the end of the day, that's what you're dealing with, children. So, you know, the police your own community from the standpoint of love, of course. But, you know, sometimes youngins, love is foreign to them, so that even they reject that.
I'm going to say this, too, with the neighborhood watch. You know, we got to be a little careful, because we're going to get a pushback on that. Our communities don't follow a neighborhood watch, okay? But the other communities meet regularly. And I think neighborhood watch.
I think we put the onus back on, and I'm gonna say this here, on our faith communities. So we tell churches in that area that we want to make you guys.
We're going to let you to do that.
No, seriously, we tell churches in that community we want to make you guys our hub for whatever we decide to call it for that, and y'all host these monthly meetings with the people in. I mean, your church is a neighborhood. People have to think about their safety when they come to your church. So you guys need to really be taking ownership for this here project in your neighborhood. And people meet there monthly and talk about what's going on in that neighborhood.
Now, see, what's funny was the meeting that the chief and Helen was going to. You have people around our community pitching a hissy fit about those cameras going up, right? But the camera is only a replica of the human eye. Right, so you talking about neighborhood watch or people being involved in it. That's supposed to be the first line of defense. You looking out for your neighbor or looking out for the children in the community. Those cameras only going up because people have a lax attitude. And for example, when that shooting happened at Kirk Park, it was 1,000 people out there. People come around saying, I ain't see nothing. Right? So that speaks volumes to the other community. We're sent a wave out there saying, well, we can't bring our children into an environment like this to play basketball, whatever it is, because you can't guarantee no safety.
But the sad part is, it's not just the other communities, because you got black folks that don't want to come from. Because when you talk to some of our own people,
I love my hometown, I'm from where it hurts. We hope for the best here, but we prepare for worse. Everybody selling drugs like they scared to work.